Welcome to episode 210 of the 2 Minute Warning. Today I'm going over why I think Bill Belichick can go to the Jacksonville Jaguars and become their brand new head coach. I get this is a bold take, but I definitely think there's some legitimacy behind it and some real logic. Made a video on this earlier in the year why I think Bill Belichick could go to the Los Angeles Chargers. Definitely think both are possibilities, and I still think him staying with the Patriots is the most likely possibility, but I do think he has options to go anywhere he wants. He is the greatest coach of all time. I said he could go to the Chargers because of Justin Herbert, a stacked roster, and likely them firing Anthony Lynn. The spot's open. It can't not be tempting, or at least a thought in Bill Belichick's head to go to that talented roster with Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, great defense if it's healthy, and solid receivers. It's got to definitely cross his mind. But we also know the Chargers owners are very cheap and likely wouldn't spend the money to hire Bill Belichick, so that's somewhat out of the equation. I definitely think it's possible, but we never know. Then the Patriots, he doesn't really have any help there. I mean, Cam Newton likely won't be there in a year. They don't have a great draft pick to get a quarterback, don't have a good receiving core, don't have a good backfield, average backfield, I guess. James White, Rex Burkhead, if you want to have any upside on the Patriots. And then their defense has Stephon Gilmore, and that's basically it. So, yes, he's a Patriot legend, but Tom Brady left the Patriots. Why can't Bill Belichick? He should do what's best for him. Then you look at the Jaguars, a team that will spend the money on Bill Belichick, and the team that has a bright future coming to them. We all know the Jets beat the Los Angeles Rams, giving them the number 2 draft pick in the upcoming NFL draft, falling from number 1 to number 2, and bumping the Jacksonville Jaguars to number 2 to number 1. And we're all expecting the Jacksonville Jaguars to draft Trevor Lawrence, who is one of the best quarterback prospects coming to the NFL in the past decade. He's like an Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, John Elway type of talent. It doesn't come often. So if you think about it, the Chargers probably won't spend the money on Bill Belichick. The Patriots don't have a lot of help for him and a lot to do, a lot for him to work with. And if you think about it, the Patriots division is getting tough. I mean, the entire Tom Brady era, the AFC East has been nothing spectacular for Belichick and the Patriots to really compete with and have to fight for. Now you got Tua Tagovailoa emerging, and the Dolphins becoming a playoff team. The Bills and Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a dark horse MVP. They're going to make a deep playoff run. 2 potential playoff teams with a quarterback that's very young, only 3 years in, and a rookie quarterback. Bill Belichick's going to have to deal with those guys 4 times a year for the next decade, if not more. Then the Jets, yeah, they're the Jets, but they're at the bottom. They could really only go up from here, so who's to say they can't mess with Belichick? So in a tough division and on a bad team, it has to cross his mind, where in the open market can he go? Now, I'm not even saying the Jaguars will fire their head coach, and there is an open spot there, but if Bill Belichick gives you a phone call, I don't think the Jaguars are going to decline him. So just looking at why he would go to the Jaguars, like I said, they will pay him. That division, yes, it's kind of decent itself, but Phillip Rivers is getting old. He'll retire in some short time. Derrick Henry, best running back in the league, but in the long run, running backs aren't, they're not MVP. They can't play at MVP levels like Derrick Henry is forever. Running backs have a good 3 to 7 year span, so that's not going to last like a quarterback who could play 15 years. And Ryan Tannehill, we know, is playing very well, but he's still, in the end, an average to above average quarterback. And then Deshaun Watson. Love Deshaun Watson, but the Texans have a whole rebuild to really go through to make that team a Super Bowl contender. So yes, the AFC South does have potential if you were to go to the Jaguars, but they're definitely not as tough as the AFC East for now. So that's a plus. And then if you think about it, haven't even mentioned it, he's going to be the coach of Trevor Lawrence, who, like I said, is an Andrew Luck, Tom Brady, John Elway type of talent. That's what Belichick wants. I'm not sure he wants to restart with a rookie and go through that entire rebuild process again, but when you have this type of talent, this type of potential, I'm sure he's willing to work with it. And he knows Trevor Lawrence. He's seen how he's played. He knows he has talent, and he knows he's just one Bill Belichick away to becoming a playoff team and becoming a Super Bowl team. Between having Trevor Lawrence now, James Robinson, amazing rookie running back that was undrafted but is now doing great, solid receiving core, DJ Chark, and then some young guys on the defense that create a solid foundation. Definitely need some work. The receivers need work. The defense needs work. And of course, the running back and quarterback are going to be very young. James Robinson will be only 2nd year, and Trevor Lawrence will become a rookie. There is a lot to build with, but he's starting a hell of a lot further than he would be if he stayed at the Patriots or if he moved to the Chargers. If you move to the Chargers, that's probably the perfect situation because he has pretty much everything he needs there. accept just the job, but I don't think the Chargers owners will step up and forfeit the money for that hire. So I just think the Jaguars, it's in sunny Florida. He can get away from the cold Foxborough. I'm not sure he even wants to do that, but it's got to be tempting. It has to at least cross his mind to go to a brand new team, have a sensational quarterback, be in the position to win several more Super Bowl rings, solidify the cement as being the greatest coach of all time if it's not guaranteed already. To me, it's 100% Bill Belichick's the greatest of all time at an NFL coach. Having a good running back, I just don't see why the attraction wouldn't be there. Maybe I'm just being a little speculative and just getting overhyped by the Jets winning and the Jaguars now being in this position, and I'm overlooking something. But for me, from just, going off the top of my head, I just don't see what Bill Belichick wouldn't want there, unless he likes the cold weather, unless he likes how strict it is in Foxborough, and maybe he's happy there, maybe he's just wants to retire. I don't know. And I'm just saying, it would be crazy. Even if you were in Bill Belichick's shoes, wouldn't you at least think the temptation to go to Jacksonville or just give him a phone call would have to cross your mind? I'm not a Bill Belichick fan. I don't know if anyone is a Patriot fan by any means. Obviously, if you're a Patriot fan, you are. But if you're not a Patriots fan, you more than likely hate them because they always win and always beat anyone's team. So I'm not a huge Bill Belichick fan, but it would just be cool to see him go there. And I'm a Trevor Lawrence fan, so it'd be cool to see him be in the right team, in the right situation, and go on and be great. Bill Belichick can pretty much do that with anyone. Even the year Tom Brady was hurt, he made a below-average backup quarterback, Matt Castle, go to 11-5. You give him Trevor Lawrence, they're going to be in the playoffs soon enough. So I think the attraction's there. I think the possibility's there. The likelihood of it happening, I'm not sure. We got to make sure the Jaguars even get Trevor Lawrence and don't screw anything up and win a game. But to me, if they get Lawrence, the Patriots don't get him any help, and the Chargers aren't willing to forfeit the money, and the Jaguars are willing to move on from their coach, because that's a possibility by all means. So a couple factors do have to line up, and we have to hope Bill Belichick wants to leave. I just think it would be a great opportunity for Bill Belichick. It's what's best for him, in my opinion, unless he goes to a stellar team. But to have his own team, get his big paycheck, I think the Jaguars are the answer. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Any other videos you want to see, whether or not the Jaguars are going to seal a deal, where Bill Belichick will go, will he retire? Just let me know what you guys think. 2-minute warning.